Hi, my name's Chris Atherton. I work for Symmetry in the UK. In this video we're going to be looking at how we can do design reviews with any kind of CAD format. To do this we're going to be looking at the new tools on the Autodesk A360 platform. To access these tools, go to autodesk.com, browse down the web page until you find their viewers and just click on the link. This will open up a web page, A360.autodesk.com/viewer. On this web page there are a couple of ways of uploading files. So we've got upload an individual file, upload a folder, or if you have data that has been sent to you from a supplier or a customer, you can use Dropbox or Google Drive to upload from as well. The A360 Viewer is designed to open multiple different CAD formats. So we have about 50 different file types, 2D and 3D, and as you can see they're not just the Autodesk file formats as well. Loading the data, I'm going to just say I want to upload a folder. This is quite useful if you've got an assembly that you want to view. Otherwise, if you've got a step file, you can just upload an individual file. Select the folder you want to upload and you'll see that you get a list of the files within those folders. Check the list. If there are any files that you want to remove, just click on the cross and remove those. Down at the bottom we also need to say what our top level assembly is. Once I'm done, I can upload the data. The data will take a minute to upload. Once it's uploaded, it will need to process. Whilst it's processing, you'll be able to sign into the A360 drive. You'll be able to then get an email notification that will tell you when all these files have uploaded and processed correctly. If you just wait, you'll end up with the screen opening on the viewer, but otherwise you'll get an email in your inbox with a link to the viewer. Now the data is uploaded and started processing, I'm able to sign in should I want to. This will carry on processing in the background. Once I'm signed in, I'll get an email to notify me when this is done. I can now close this web browser if I want to. Otherwise, I just leave it open and running, and within a minute or so you should have your viewer. This obviously depends on the size of the data that you're putting in. Assemblies are much more complex than individual parts and take a little bit longer to process. Now that the design is open, you can see that we have a view cube that we can use to rotate our model around should we need to, just like we can inside Inventor. We also, if we right click on it, have the ability to set the view cube to front or top or whatever orientation we want. We have some view manipulation tools so that we can orbit, zoom, pan and change the depth of field should we need to. We also have some section analysis tools, so we're able to section in each of the planes, so I can say X, Y and Z. I can section however far through I want, and I can even rotate that section should I want to. Once done, I can then section through at an angle. To turn the section off, just unselect the option. Again, on top of that, we can also explode the model out and back. We have the ability to view the model viewer, model browser, where we can select individual components and see them highlight in the graphics window. We can isolate everything, isolate a component. We can hide a certain component, and we can focus on a certain component should we want to. We have the ability to view all the properties. Certainly this is this model is an Inventor model, so we're seeing the properties from that Inventor design, but it should pull through properties from any model that you are viewing. The whole point of this isn't just to view the model in a fancy online viewer. It's the ability to share this model with your suppliers and customers and actually have interactive design reviews with them. We can see at the bottom here I have a link called Live Review. If I click on this link, it will ask me for my name. Once I've typed in my name, I can click Invite, and that will give me a web link copying that web link, I can then send it to my supplier, send it to my customer, who can then open up a web page. I'm going to do this in an incognito window. Just paste that in and hit enter. Now the reason I'm doing this in the incognito window is just that it will act as if it's two sessions on different computers. You can see in this new session that I'm asked to enter my name, so I'm going to put in a name and click join review. Once I've done that, you can see both names in the list, and we can type messages back and forth to each other should I need to. If I go to my original window, I can see that appearing. I can type whatever I want to back to the customer or the supplier, and we can see it's appearing in that list. Now the beauty of this is that if I rotate my model, you can see it rotates on their screen, and as I move my mouse around, you can see a red dot moving on their screen to highlight what I'm talking about. So if I want to talk about a particular area, I can focus in on that area should I want to, and it will focus in on their screen, and I can then use my cursor to highlight what I'm talking about. That doesn't just work on the main window to the customer or supplier's window, but if they're talking to us, as we move the model around, we can see it moving on our window as well. And again, as they move their cursor around, we can see it on our screen as well. So it's very much a two-way design review tool. Again, if we select a component, it will select in the other window. If we isolate something, it will isolate in the other window as well. And same with all the section and explosion tools. If you really want to as well, as we're looking at a particular area, if you want to capture that image, you can just take a screenshot, and that will download a JPEG to your computer that you can view and use in any documentation at a later date. We can also print out that model, and we can keep a link so that we can open it for 30 days.